Well, hello there. Yes, it is that time again. Yes, it has rolled around. It is time for our weekly tarot reading here on a beautiful Monday afternoon of October the 23rd of 2017. And as usual, I'm going to go over some Tarot de Marseille cards and talk a little bit about astrology, things that are coming up for this week. So do stay tuned. As always, an interesting ride. That's right. What we're going to have here is three major arcana cards come on the screen from the Tarot de Marseille to kind of go over some of the energies that are going to be flowing through our week. These are going to cover my face more or less completely, but you'll very clearly see the cards. And the cards that I drew for this week are the Tower, the Empress, and the Stars. Now the Tower, of course, is an explosion. It's chaos. Everything raining down. Is the Empress affected by this? No. She's not looking at it. Her eyes, her gaze is somewhat averted. She's kind of holding on to her shield, like keeping what she has to her own, to herself. And she's just simply not being disturbed by all this chaos and all this wreckage that's going on right next to her. It's not going to affect her at all. And because she does this, she winds up being open to the higher energies of the universe once the chaos passes. Once that dramatic set of circumstances has changed, then she is prepared to receive the benefits and the gifts from the light that comes in after the clouds, the chaos, disappears. So if you find yourself surrounded by chaos, if you have people around you that drag you into drama, if you have situations, let me spit it out, situations that are disrupted, just go ahead and stay to your course. Do not gaze upon it. Do not be bothered with it. That situation will change wherever it is soon. Probably by the end of the week, we'll see some shifts. And then at that point, you'll reap the benefit of spiritual growth, of having observed your own business, watched over yourself, and aligning yourself with others of like minds, as we're going to see in the minor arcana. Yes, that's right. We go ahead and draw some minor arcana cards, a couple of them, to give practical advice. And so the cards that I drew for this week are the Six of Cups and the Two of Pentacles, or coins, depending on how you want to call it. Now, Six of Cups is following your path. It's saying, okay, I'm going to follow my heart. I'm going to follow the path of slow and steady growth. And I'm just going to take this road that I'm on, and I'm going to travel it without diversion, because if I'm following my true will, it's going to be the easy way to go. Being aligned with the divine will, the inner will, is the easy way to go. Okay? When we get off our orbit, we get out of our lane, however you want to say it, that's when things get difficult. And to help us with that, aligning ourselves with other folks who are of like mind, who have common goals, as in the Two of Pentacles, or Two of Coins, is going to be most helpful. So again, do not get caught up in other people's dramas. That's not to say ignore everybody completely. Focus on creating alliances with people of like mind, who share your goals, who share your vision, and can help you along the way. And you'll find that you can have indeed, if you do that, a very smooth week. All right, let's go ahead and look at some of the astrology. There's not a lot. Again, I'm very picky. I look for days when it's the day of the planet. Okay, I would look at, say, a Wednesday and see if the moon is in a good aspect, sextile, or trine, or conjunction with Mercury. Okay, these are the kind of things I try to look at, and I want to get it on the proper planetary day. The only one that matches up is Jupiter on Thursday at 2:10 in the afternoon is going to be conjunct the Sun. Now, this is a little bit, in a way, controversial. All right, I follow traditional astrology, and traditional astrology, the understanding is that when the planets are real close to the Sun, within 8.5 degrees, a conjunction, it's not good for the planetary energy. It's being overwhelmed by the Sun. It's called combustion. That's the old classical terms. I study, again, like pre-1700 astrology, the old astrology. And the old astrology, these planetary sun conjunctions were not considered good at all. As a matter of fact, they're worse than retrogrades. They really considered it a great misfortune for a planet to be in a state of combustion. It's not a good thing to have in a chart. Now, of course, some people like to use these anyways. If you're inclined to, go right ahead. What you would use this for, if you're going to do it, is looking like, say, abundance. Jupiter rules abundance. It's on Thursday. Moon is waxing. Moon is increasing. We're in the first quarter, so you have gaining power. You have an increase of power, of lunar power to draw upon that can attract things that you desire to you that much more quickly. So that'd be a good reason maybe to do an abundance spell on a Thursday. It's always good to work on the proper planetary days for the appropriate things. It tends to be most helpful. Okay, well, there you go. We went ahead and did our blog, and I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, I know you appreciate it because you keep coming back, and I appreciate your support. So until I see you next week, many, many blessings.